Welcome to another episode of The Drop. This would be episode, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, episode 7. So I didn't make an episode last Sunday, but what I released on Monday was this beat that I made, because I just actually got into Ableton Live 10. So I downloaded a free trial, and it's for 90 days, and so I've just been doing that for the past few days. I've been making a beat every single day. Yesterday I think I even made 2. So I've been venturing into a lot of that stuff. It's starting to get super addicting, but I'm really enjoying it. So I think I'm gonna stick with that and start making a lot of more beats, maybe some more songs. And I was actually writing a lot of rap songs for a while, but I think I'm gonna take a break from that, make my own beats, and then come back to that project later on. But in the meantime, I think I might start releasing some of the beats as music in itself on SoundCloud or Spotify or something. But then I had this other idea, so I just downloaded this thing. I forgot what it's called, but what it allows me to do is record my screen while I'm recording myself. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, what if I started doing live streams? Because I've been trying to figure out what I should do with with my podcast to make it different, because I want to put this on the podcast, but sometimes I bring up things, or I'll show something, or I'll say this, and then the people listening wouldn't really have any idea what I'm talking about. And so I think it'd be better if I made the live stream, or not the live stream, but the podcast different content, more focused, or more of just a conversation about the week, more comical, I guess. I know my girlfriend listens to Chris D'Elia's podcast, and that's just from what I pick up, it's just him talking about random whatever that comes up to his mind, and he just sort of rambles for an hour. But you know what I mean? I kind of like it. It's just chill, it's relaxed. That's kind of what The Drop is. It's just kind of chill, relax, and just talk about things, it's not that complicated or not that particular towards any specific niche, which is sort of, maybe not the best thing, but at the same time, this is it's my project, it's not, it's just a fun little side thing, you know what I mean? It's not like How About You is focused, you know what I mean? There's a goal with that, a message, a purpose. This has a purpose. This is just me showing documentation, but you know what I mean, the documentation, because it's my road to wherever I get, it's everything, you know what I mean? So sort of just making sure that nothing is missed. So I just produce, and then maybe sometime in the future I'll find all the little nitty-gritty details that led me to where I am in the future. And then I'll be able to design some sort of program based off of that, based off of what I've done. And I gotta say, one thing that I feel I've noticed so far is just, one thing that has helped me so much is that I just go everywhere. Not physically, but with my interests. If I think some art design is interesting, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I just do it. If I like it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't like it, I'll stop. I've just been throwing all kinds of stuff out there right now. Maybe not released, but I've been working on a lot of projects. You know what I mean? And so, explore. You know what I mean? If I had one message to give at this point in regards to finding yourself in leadership, is just explore. And I've written about well, actually, you haven't seen all the other stuff, because I write pretty much at least every week. But in regards to like I released my ebook, how to, or why you should set goals as a teen, or why set goals as a teen, and that talked a lot about some stuff, like some of the things that I feel like I've achieved, or sort of like realized and understood about taking those steps towards leadership. Because I feel like the first step towards leadership is having a vision, right? Because you have to have an idea for people to follow, and then in order to achieve that vision, you have to have steps, like progress. And so goals and leadership is just so closely intertwined, you know? But shoot, I ramble so much. So there's that, but what I kind of want to talk about today is, so you saw that little project that I was working on that I released last Monday. It's called Adam. And I called it Adam because, well, I grew up Christian, and so I just knew about all that stuff. And one of the most intriguing things that I've ever heard was that, like the genealogy going from, like, Adam to so on, like, tells the story of Jesus. Like, Adam means man, I forget the rest, but it like man something something something, you know, using all of the names, there's like a story that's told in based off of the meaning of the names, and it's really 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 cool to think about. It's one of the mysteries, you know, because I'm more like agnostic about stuff like this, and I find that there's like a lot of evidence sort of against and for things, and that's just one of those things, like, that's unexplainable, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just think it's really 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 interesting. But shoot, look at me digressing. That is okay. So the whole point of me saying that was, like, it's been a huge, like, piece in my life, you know what I mean? And so it just sort of came up, and I was like, oh, you know, Adam, you know, because this is my first creation, and so I just called it Adam. That was a really long explanation just to say that it was my first creation, so I named it Adam. But anyway, so this is Adam, and then I have, like, a whole bunch. Like, I have Adam, I have an Eve, but Eve isn't done, just because Eve was, like, a mistake that I made, but it ended up sounding really, really, really cool. And then I have a Cain, an Abel, and then an Enoch so far. And all of them are actually pretty decent, I think. And I'm starting to see, like, how I create the best, because I've worked on tons of projects, little mini projects. Oh, I have one more I forgot to say, Pharaoh. But anyway, so I have a whole bunch of mini projects that I've tried and didn't like. Like, I can't tell you, like, it's been countless times that I've been worked on something in Ableton and then just completely scratched it because I didn't like the way it sounded. So I mean, like, after all this trial and error, I'm starting to realize, like the way I do it is, like, I like to make sort of like a background noise, and then I like to put the beat over it, like a little beat over it, and then add in melodies, and that'll be like the chorus. And then from the chorus or whatever, I work backwards. So I have, like, the chorus, and then I have, like, the intro, and I start making, like, little verses in between. No lyrics yet, but I do want to start getting into that, because at some point I do want to release, like, an EP or, like, an album or something. Just because, like, I write too, and I think what I write is kind of good. I don't know, but, like, I like it. So I mean, I feel like if I like it, someone else has gotta like it, you know. So it'd be cool to release, and then of course make a little passive income from it maybe. But we'll see. I mean, like, this is my thing. Like, I'm just throwing out, like, I have the podcast. I have How About You, the podcast. I wrote a little ebook. I've been working on this little story, kind of. So, I mean, I might develop that into something at some point, like a little comic book or something. So, I mean, that's really cool. Like, I just have so much little projects that I'm working on, and at some point will release. And very art artsy, like a lot of arts. But at the same time, I'm also interested in finances, and so I've also invested a lot and put a lot of time into researching some of that stuff. But this stuff is like more fun, you know, like I definitely like economics and stuff, but I don't know. But the point I wanted to get to with this episode was talking about this live stream, because like I said, I downloaded this thing on my computer that allows me to live stream and record my face. And so I was thinking like maybe I could just like talk, you know what I mean? Like just have these episodes every Monday where I just talk. Like every Monday at 3 p.m. you can check out this live stream, and it'll just be me talking about the week or something that I'm interested in, and people can kind of tune in and check it out, the live stream, and then I'll take that audio and then put that audio as the podcast form. I'm thinking that will make a lot of sense. So that way it's not like you don't have to see, because if you want to see, it'll be more distraction. You know what I mean? Like, because I'll be playing a video game or something, and the focus won't be like on the video game, it'll be on like me, and I'll just be talking over playing the video game, which is just entertainment for you guys to watch. You know what I mean? And so if you just want to hear me talk and answer questions that maybe you guys have, so it'll be like every single week I'll be connecting, you know what I mean, and getting questions and talking and getting more information. And so then what you guys can do is either watch the YouTube episode where you'll see me playing a game or something of the sort, or you'll just be seeing or you'll just be going to the podcast and you'll just be listening. You know what I mean? So it won't be a necessity. And that way, whenever I bring up something and then I want to like show something on the screen, it's not that big of a deal, because that'll be on the YouTube, which you can go to if you want. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. That's pretty much been it. Like, I've been working a lot on music. I know I said I'd be doing Redbubble. I've not touched Redbubble, which I feel like just means I'm not passionate about it. So probably won't do it, because like money is good, but you want to make money doing something you care about. You know what I mean? Or you know what? Actually, I take it back. Maybe the live stream, one of the live streams, I'll just sit down and I'll just do it. You know what I mean? You can check it on YouTube and see the way I do it, and I can sort of talk about it, sort of explain the steps, and that'll be for the podcast, you know? Yeah, it's all cool. I appreciate it. I think this will be it for this episode. So I will check you next time. And man, I always really love doing this. Like, this is so fun to just talk for 10 minutes. Like, even if you're not recording, like, just do it. Sit in front of a mirror and just talk, you know? It's cool. But, you know, and also, like, if you just want to start a YouTube, you might as well. Like, all you really need is your phone, you know what I mean? But it's so much more fun to talk to a camera. I don't know why, it just is. But yeah, I mean, definitely start that. But anyway, yeah, so make sure you leave a like, comment, you know what I mean? Give me some ideas, because, you know, I want to connect some more, you know what I mean? And I think I've said that for like the past 2 times, but I want to connect some more. And so comment, subscribe obviously if you like this, leave a like. You know, I said these will be like 10 minutes, but I feel like they average more about 15. So these are like 15-minute episodes. And then maybe like the live streams will be in 30 minutes to an hour, you know. Yeah, all cool. I'll check you next time. Make sure you watch some of my previous episodes. Just get an idea, you know what I mean? And expect some cool stuff in the future regarding some live streams and some other projects that I have going on. Maybe I'll start doing like top 10 videos or something. I don't know top 10 over what, but like I listen to a lot of music, so maybe like top 10 music, or, you know, once I start producing stuff, maybe like top 10 of my stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll check you later. Be waiting for the next episode.